Okay, so I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks for a Pathfinder for all my experience that I have playing with him. So Pathfinder, he pairs really well with the hipfire weapons whenever you're pushing anyone. So like Alternator or Flatline is really good for this. Okay, and then go ahead and just put yourself with the best attachments if you want. You don't have to. I'm done. Okay. So just get you set up for like what a normal game would look like for you, like at the end of the game. Doesn't really matter what all you have on here. And what I'd normally do is, first off, with Pathfinder, let's start at a wall real quick. Right here. Let's just do it right here. Okay, as you can tell, Pathfinder has a certain range on his. Whenever it turns blue, you can use it. This is mainly meant for beginner Pathfinders. So basically, you come right here. You're gonna grapple, jump, and then look to the right and move right. And you go soaring. And you can do that on really any surface, and ground is a little bit different. But that's how normally you do with doing it off walls. I'll practice on a dummy here in a minute. But say like you're pushing a squad or something. Let's do this. You don't really want to line smoother, but that's kind of what you want to do. And to show you how good the hipfire really is, you're going to just do it again, but try and land smoother each time. The smoother you land it, the better it is. You do this both from left and right, so you don't have to go like that, you can also go like this. So you can do it from any corner, or anything like that. Basically your ground grapple comes in handy. And a tip for this is get your grapple as far as you can get it without it like running out of range. So like around that rock if you're standing right here. That's normally how low you want to look. Then as soon as you see the spark hit the ground, you jump, and then you slide. So you don't get the best hipfire accuracy, but that's an example of something you can do. I'll do it a few more times, so it's easier for you. And another tip you can do is go to settings, controller, crouch button, put it from toggle to hold. It makes it so where you have to hold circle or whatever your crouch button is to crouch. But it makes it easier for you to bunny hop like this. So you're just sliding and jumping constantly. And it works really well when it comes to Pathfinder.
Using grapple.
Some people will grapple not like just straight off the ground and jump. Some people will jump when they grapple off the ground and head to the right or left, depending if they're going around a corner. So let's say like this.
Grappling.
Really get it perfectly. Another thing that could be really helpful is learning how to wall jump. Basically, you're gonna look at this wall in a diagonal, not straight on, diagonal. And just slide, jump, and then jump off the wall immediately. It's way harder if you have the hold on, but when you get used to it, it's really good. When you come to the wall, if you're using the crouch to hold, you're gonna let go of crouch whenever you get to the wall to wall jump.
Using grapple.
And you can really use it on any surface, as long as it's in range. Another thing you can do to
It's
practice
zipline time.
is it's called a super jump. Whenever you use the zipline, it's really hard to do on controller, but if you can get it, then it's just perfect. See, I don't know how to do it necessarily, but it's something to do with pressing square and jump at basically the same time. But I will show you a few things that you can do to practice hip firing, like, or sliding, whatever. And as you can tell, aim assist does help quite a bit. But do like dummy over here. And practice on one dummy at a time. Whatever. So basically, I'm gonna go for the middle dummy right there. And do hip fire only on him.
Grappling.
And that's what I mean by hip fire is really good in this game. You could practice using the zip line like that. Because if you really have to, you could do a really short zip line, like to right here.
Setting up a zip line.
You can just use this to fight, basically. God damn it. This is just this zip line to fight, basically. So like this. And I'll do the hip fire thing again on the dummy. If I can get it first try. See, the farther you get, the less accurate it is, and especially when sliding. But like, say you're crouching, yeah, it's pretty much the best hip fire accuracy. And alternator does really good damage. You can take out 2 people with just 1 mag, if you could really skill yourself enough to do it. And say from this far you're hip firing, you're still hitting most of your shots if you just crouch the entire time while not sliding. No. Just you need 13 bullets in a mag, so you have 1 extra bullet basically to kill someone if they have purple armor. Just see if you can limit yourself to shooting 13 to 14 bullets on one guy. Like that, and then you have the rest to kill this guy too. It'd be nice if you could actually hit your shots. Or actually, so you just to do that. Pretty much all your bullets hit. If you have to do from the front, you can. It's not that hard. Same goes with the flat line. It's just not recommended. Flatline's really meant for up close time. Like that. Most of the things you use to fire with, like, let's say, the R99, it's pretty easy to hit fire with. R45 is actually one of the best hip firing weapons. There's really small crosshairs, as you can tell. Granted, it might just be the stabilizer itself too. But like R301, with the hip fire, pretty decent. Still not recommended. You mainly just want to do just SMGs. Just like that. Start scraping while doing it too, if you have to. If you get really good at aiming while hip firing, it could be really helpful for you to win your fights. Like that. Then switch it to really low or back off if you have to.
Using
That's why you have grapple because you can lose. You can leave fights if you really have to, or anything like that. Or once you get narcotics on you, you can press like firing. Kind of like that. And yeah, that's all I have really to show you. Thanks for watching, and let me know if these tips were helpful.